Greetings, VAC fans. Well, here is a chance for me to show all my Kirbys. Oh, wait a minute. I can't quite get him into frame. Let's see. Without moving, can I go and take this LG V20 and put it in widescreen mode and see everything? Hey, here we go. I haven't moved, and this is flipping from normal to widescreen. So here's all my Kirbys. And technically, they're not all my Kirbys, because this one over here, the Centria 1, is Thomas Rechtenwald's. But I thought I would actually show a very interesting feature of a Kirby. If you happen to notice, the handles are all reclined. Let's see if I can get a different angle here. I think you can see all the handles here. And you notice that the reclination, believe it or not, that is a word, however funny it sounds, of the handles is based on how well the handle spring assembly is doing. So with the exception of the DS80, we'll give it a pass since it's so old, it doesn't have a bag assembly on it. The farther down the handle is, the better the spring tension right down in here is functioning. So if you have something like, say, in my Heritage 2 Legends, notice that they're almost completely vertical. They have very weak spring tension. And yes, I'm aware that let's see, what's a good one? Right in there, I can go, focus, I can go and actually adjust the spring tension. There's a way to actually do that. So, if you take a peek, we'll go down the row here. You see that my G4, the handle's pretty low. G5 is up a little bit higher. G6, that's the 50-foot cord. That's pretty heavy, so I have to kind of bump the handle up a little bit. So it probably should be down around where the G5 is. The Centria 1 or 2, 1 and 2, pretty similar, although the 2's just a little bit lower. All the bags, by the way, are actually empty. And what's so neat about that counterbalance spring assembly is it means there's some point somewhere where this handle will effectively feel like nothing as far as lifting or pushing your hand down. So you'll actually grab it, and independent of, like, say, the force to push the machine forward and backward, whether or not the tech drive is on, you won't have anything pulling your wrist down one way or another, or you won't feel like you have to lift the handle up or hold it. So all these someplace, right, depending on how full the bag is, will essentially be balanced somewhere. Now, I want to take a look at the worst machines I have for handle weight. In other words, what is going to put the most pressure on your wrist and hurt the most when you have a long vacuuming session. In my collection, it's all my Dysons are the absolute worst as far as, say, wrist pressure. I've reoriented myself so I can show you this. So the DC-14 and the DC-25 tie at 4 pounds of downward force handle weight when the handle is held at a 45-degree angle. So just to show you what 4 pounds looks like. See how fast that falls? How hard that hits? So what the deal is even though with the ball in these machines, especially the 25 and the 65, there's still 4 pounds of force pulling this handle down, which means your wrist is definitely going to experience an awful lot of weight right here. And with the DC-65, this is a larger ball, they did make a small improvement. This, with the larger ball and the larger, heavier motor, instead of 4 pounds, they did improve it. It's only 3 3/4 pounds of force to hold it up. Yeah, I know. That's kind of funny. Doesn't make a whole lot of difference. So that still is an awful lot of force that you have to go and put on your wrist just to hold the machine actually up. Alright, so to sum this handle weight video up, let's take a look at one other piece of the puzzle, and that's the handle shape, or the grip. And these right here, these older grips, these feel pretty good in your hand, and they're smooth. So, let's see if I can make this where it doesn't fall over. Yeah, that feels pretty good. These square-handled machines right here, my G4, 5, and 6, to be honest with you, these have the best feel in my hand. I can definitely grip. I feel like I'm really in control of the machine, and it feels like the maneuverability is overall the best. Even with the tech drive on, the handle seems to make a difference. And right here, the Centria 1 and Centria 2, these are pretty bulky feeling. Now I imagine if you have a really large hand, I have a large palm but short little fat fingers, and it just doesn't feel all that comfortable for me to grab that for a long period of time. So bottom line is, these are okay, but they're not my favorite. And I know that the square handles are probably never coming back, so I don't really have a whole lot to look forward to as far as Kirby changing that. Let's see if that handle flies up. So overall, I'm going to come around here. If I'm looking to vacuum for a long period of time and have the best maneuverability and also the best feel, in addition to a balanced weight in the handle, I'm going to be grabbing my G4, 5, and 6 before I get either the older Heritage in DS80 or even Centria 1 and Centria 2, even though these guys as a pair have more airflow. So thanks for watching. What are your opinions on Kirby's throughout the years? Stay tuned for more videos.